Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this episode, I talk about culture, practical info, and first impressions of Agadir, Morocco. Inshallah. Welcome. Let's go. Inshallah, I will continue to document what is to know about making hijrah to Morocco. Subscribe to join me on this journey. Inshallah. Agadir. Agadir no. Agadir is a coastal town located in the southern part of Morocco. It has a population of nearly 1 million. The region is known as Souss Massa. Therefore, the people are well known in Morocco as the Soussis. Soussis bear the jokes within Morocco for being notoriously stingy. But actually, they used to have a name for being respected traders. If you wanted good business credit, you would say you're from Agadir. One of Morocco's richest men, billionaire and current Prime Minister Aziz Akanouche, comes from Tafrout in this Souss Massa region. Agadir is extra promising inshallah because it will be part of the FIFA World Cup Soccer in 2030. Great endeavors are made in preparing Agadir and other cities to host this world-class event. Being where the future moves can be a great opportunity. Agadir has long been known as a tourist destination for Europe's rich and famous. Retirees and expats also have their year-round stay due to the wonderful, steady climate and lower cost of living. It's a city, but built as a village, hardly any high-rises. The good life. Agadir people have a habit of asking how you are doing, your kids, and wishing well for all of your family before anything has been discussed and anytime you meet them. A great akhlaq, of course. This courtesy is seen through all of the hospitality in Morocco. Family is valued, extended family equally. Arriving in Agadir, we started exploring the fun life, going out for seaside enjoyment, restaurants, etc. Little did we know our life was about to be shaken up, alhamdulillah, literally. By nighttime, September 2023, the Atlas Mountains, Morocco, got struck by a severe earthquake. Peaks hitting beyond 6.0 on Richter scale, and afterwaves of smaller shocks. Those living in the mountains with more primitive housing got hit the hardest. Reportedly, more than 3,000 people lost their lives and thousands of people injured and impacted. A real tragedy. Allah yarhamum. Agadir suffered a big earthquake in 1960. Most new housing since then, and ours, were built earthquake resilient by law, alhamdulillah. Then, not knowing if the ground beneath us would strike away or the roof would come down on us, we had to get the kids and run for our lives. These moments make you realize how small you really are. A truly humbling experience. These humbling experiences also expose the cooperative side of humanity. Morocco's King Mohammed VI donated a mind-blowing $100 million, alhamdulillah. Massive incentives sprung up to bring aid, both internationally and greatly by nationals, alhamdulillah. This solidarity is the silent underlying strength of the Atlas Lions nation. Moroccans hardly accept to leave you hanging and will bravely step in to help, alhamdulillah. This kind of hospitality is really epic. Stay sensible though. World-class drama is well available too. Growing up in African culture or big families worldwide, an autonomous character is extra needed. Inshallah. This creates tough love and bravoure, especially from seniors, alhamdulillah. This is the culture here. You need to adapt. Oh, by the way, Moroccans hardly ever agree. Ever. Negotiation and clinching are standard operating procedure. Let's agree to disagree. No, says my brother-in-law. Let's disagree to agree. Location, 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 as they say in real estate. In French, this translates to rent, rent, rent. The combination of these two are my main advice when seeking a home in Agadir. Book a place on Airbnb and develop your taste for the city. There are some practical things to consider. Proximity to a mosque, amongst locals or expats, city center, or access to groceries suited for your diet, kids schooling and entertainment, air quality, etc., etc., etc. One practical advice. Check if the house is close to a grocery store that sells vegetables, like tomatoes and onions. Most grocery stores in Morocco choose not to have fresh produce as well, differently from the West. For daily ease, it's practical to have access to onions and tomatoes around the corner or through delivery, inshallah. Since I am big on systems, I struck deals with certain partners. I will make mention of these in a dedicated cost of living episode, inshallah. Overall, Agadir is a very safe place, mashallah. Mind you, I am no nightlife kind of person. This makes an important difference, I think. Things do happen, of course, but being a family man or seeking clubs and bars affects your exposure, obviously. Since Hijra Start is an Islamic-centered channel, I dare to say that Muslims, expats and retirees can have a great life here, inshallah. To check out homes, go online to avito.ma or mubawab.ma or seek out physical real estate agents in Agadir. There are a wide range of agents operating. I prefer the ones with an office or clear contact specifications. Viewings are free of charge, although some may ask a small fee. You don't need to do that. Feeding a cat fresh tuna will make him identify you with fresh tuna. So, being reasonable goes a long way. Agadirians are mostly fair, reasonable, and accommodating in my experience. The usual way of attaining a rental home is pretty simple. Usually the owner will want 1 month of rent upfront and 1 month of guarantee. The agent will ask 1 month of rent in fee. So, total of 3 months upfront when picking a home. Then there will be some minor fees for making and registering a rental contract at the local authorities office. Preferably translated to French or English, by the way. The month guarantee usually stays with the owner, so when you want to move out, you give 1 or 2 months notice, and accordingly pay that month's rent out of that guarantee or partially, depending on the circumstances you agreed on, of course, and how well you maintained the property for the owner. Keep in mind that the home is your amana. In Agadir, there are no parking meters. Usually there is a parking assistant though. These assistants are there for mostly symbolic reasons. If there was someone up to no good, it would require more force, and therefore not interesting for petty theft. Smart. Paying the assistants is therefore also a symbolic appreciation. A few dirhams is enough. I see a working man providing for his family, inshallah. I respect that. Experiencing Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha in a predominantly Islamic country is truly something else. If you live in the West, you must have experienced the single-minded atmosphere during Christmas time. Well, imagine having this single-minded cause in an Islamic country. From the youngest to the elderly, modest and the wealthy, all seeking approval from Allah. Being a muhajir gives another depth because of the efforts put in just to get here. This extended sacrifice for the sake of Allah made me float on the day of Eid. Holding back my tears was nearly impossible. May Allah strengthen and ease the path for those seeking to start their hijrah. Ameen. Agadir is notorious for having great access to many parks and attractions within minutes of walking or driving distance, mashallah. Places you can go and spend at least 1.5 hours with your family and kids. I preferred going just outside of Agadir, beyond Tagazul. For Islamic reasons, I tried dodging touristy and surface spots. Lengthy, clean beaches all over the place, mostly with lifeguards. Be sensible, the ocean is not a calm pool and can have a character of its own. find that most attractions and restaurants are family orientated. You also might find music being played, even very loud. In most instances, they will shut it down right away when you ask them. They understand why. Hardly any weird faces, alhamdulillah. Agadir is in a desert climate, so public green lawns are scarce. They are well maintained, so well that you are not allowed to walk, play or lie down in them. You will be greeted with a whistle of the park keepers to keep you off. The good thing is that these park keepers also guard against haram or anti-family centered activities in the parks. Alhamdulillah.
أن الدين بعيد عن حب وحياة وبهجرك للدين
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this information about Agadir, our first impressions and the culture in Morocco in general. If there's anything more you would like to know specifically, more information or more about housing, please let me know in the comments and I'll try to pick it up inshallah. In future I'll try to diversify the information a little bit more, hoping to bring you the value that you're counting on here at the Hijrah Start. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Take care and may Allah bless all of you. Thank you for all your comments and all your support, and I hope to give you more inshallah.
تهدينا وتنادينا للخير ينهانا عن كل طريق يأخذنا نحو الشر فالله رحيم وحليم